And this episode is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring and creative classes for anyone who loves learning. It's a great way to invest in yourself and your personal growth. I'm a huge fan of Skillshare. I've taken a handful of classes already and learned a lot about logo design and just graphic design in general, just like this Photoshop class I did with Daniel Scott. If you have a specific skill you're trying to learn, Skillshare is the perfect place to start. Skillshare can help you make 2022 a year of new learning, growth, and connection through creativity. And I want you guys to give it a try. So the first 1,000 of my viewers to sign up using my code Mr. Make It Happen, or just click the link in the description, will get 1 month for free. That's right, a free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. And yes, you heard that right. The first 1,000 viewers to sign up using my code or clicking the link in the description box will get a 1 month free trial of Skillshare. So go make it happen, no pun intended. What's up, guys? Welcome back. The weather's starting to warm up. That means cookout season is right around the corner, and today we're gonna spice up a classic. I'll be showing you how to make this delicious buffalo chicken mac and cheese. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. First things first, we're gonna take a look at this beautiful rotisserie chicken that we got on sale for $5.99 at the grocery store. You guys know I'm a big fan of using these. Makes your life so much easier. We're gonna break down that chicken here in a minute, but first we need to go ahead and get our pasta cooking. I'm gonna use chicken stock to really beef up the chicken flavor. I guess I should say chicken up the chicken flavor. We're gonna bring that to a boil, add a little pinch of salt because this was low sodium chicken stock. And today we're using cavatappi noodles for the mac and cheese. This is just what I chose to go with today. They're totally optional. You could also go with elbow macaroni, which is a bit more traditional, but we're not making a traditional mac and cheese today, so I figured why the hell not. And now for arguably the most important ingredient in mac and cheese, the cheese. We're gonna use mozzarella, mild cheddar, and Colby Jack. Also gonna use a little cream cheese as well. Next, in a large mixing bowl, we're gonna add all of that rotisserie chicken that we chopped up. Of course, we remove the bone, skin, and cartilage. Now, depending on what store you got your rotisserie chicken from, it may or may not be seasoned adequately. So today I'm gonna hit it with a little hot AP seasoning and some ranch seasoning, just to make sure that this bird is nice and flavorful. Get in there with your hands and mix that seasoning in. Set that aside until we need it later. And now we're moving on to shredding our cheese. I'm a big fan of shredding your cheese at home rather than buying it store-bought already pre-shredded. The reason for that is the store-bought stuff has anti-caking agents like potato starch and things like that, which prevent the cheese from clumping up, but it also prevents the cheese from melting nicely in a recipe like mac and cheese where that is so critical. So trust me on this one, guys. Take the extra step, invest in the forearm workout, and shred your own cheese. It'll pay off in the long run, I promise you. Now, moving on to the next critical step, we're gonna make a roux for our mac and cheese sauce. For that, you're gonna need to melt 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter over medium heat. Next, we're going in with 2 to 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. We're gonna mix that together, cook the raw flour taste off. That's gonna take about a minute or two to complete. Once that is done, you'll see that it starts to kind of foam up, which is exactly what you're looking for. And then we're going in with our heavy cream and half, about 2 cups in total. Quick reminder, guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients for this recipe can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. As always, guys, it's super important to season as you go. We're going in with some of my all-purpose seasoning. If you haven't tried that yet, you can get yours via the link in the description box. Break out the whisk and mix to combine. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer or a gentle boil to allow that roux to kind of mix itself into the sauce. Scrape the sides and the bottom to ensure nothing is sticking or burning. And then we're gonna reduce the heat down to low so that we can begin to melt in our cheese. And first and foremost, in the cheese category, we're going in with 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. I like to use room temperature just because it melts a lot easier. Now, I don't use cream cheese in my traditional mac and cheese, but it's great in the buffalo chicken version because it kind of calms down a little bit of the spice and adds a little creaminess to the party. Break out that rubber spatula and continue to mix until that cream cheese becomes one with the sauce. Also, my friends, we're not using any eggs in this recipe, so it's completely safe to taste as you go and adjust the flavor to your preference. Once the cream cheese has made its way into the sauce, we're gonna go ahead and start adding in our shredded cheese. You wanna do that a little bit at a time, mixing constantly. That way we make sure our sauce is smoother than a 3-day weekend. Also guys, feel free to use whatever cheese blend you enjoy. You can use pepper jack if you really want to spice things up, a little smoked Gouda to add some smokiness to the party, totally up to you. But this 3 cheese blend works great for me, so give it a try. Once we mix in all of our cheese, the sauce is going to be looking good like so. Make sure you taste it one final time, and then we're going in with our buffalo sauce. Today I'm using Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wing Sauce, which is a little less spicy than the traditional Frank's Red Hot, so you can use whichever one you decide. I'm adding 1 cup of the buffalo wing sauce to the cheese mixture. We're gonna mix that in thoroughly, taste it to make sure it's right where you want it. Stir that sauce in until it becomes one with the cheese sauce. Another quick reminder guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients for this recipe can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. Next, we're gonna add our diced rotisserie chicken to those cavatappi noodles that we already cooked and drained. Then we're gonna pour that cheese sauce right on top, mix everything together, give it one final taste test and adjust if needed. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees and break out a 9x11 casserole dish or whatever you have will work just fine. You could throw this in a cast iron skillet or a foil pan as well. But today, just for you guys, I'm breaking out the fine china. We're going with a nice old casserole dish. So first things first, we're going to pile this in, but we're not going to fill it all the way to the top because I got the crazy idea to throw a little cheese layer right in the middle, because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. As if this wasn't cheesy enough. My lactose intolerant friends in the comments are having a fit right now, and I apologize in advance for that. We're going down with some mozzarella right in the middle, and then we're going to top that with another layer of macaroni. Smooth that out like a rocky relationship, and then top it with even more cheese. Pop that in a 375 degree oven for about 25 minutes or so, or until it's golden brown and beautiful. One quick pro tip guys, you definitely want to put this on an aluminum foil lined baking sheet. That way it catches any spillover and it doesn't end up at the bottom of your oven. That can be a huge pain to clean up. I'm using Colby Jack for the top because I feel like it browns nicely and melts beautifully in the oven. Speaking of that, this is how it's looking when it comes out of the oven after about 25 minutes at 375. Oh man, say it with me guys, looking good. You guys have got to give this recipe a try. Now it's time to plate this up. We're going down with a little diced chive for a pop of color, and because the onion flavor plays nicely with the buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Going in for the scoop. You know we're gonna get a nice little cheese pull. Oh man, here we go. Now that, my friends, is something that belongs on your dinner table or cookout table this spring and summer. Going in for the taste test. I got my fork ready. Time for the moment of truth. Let's see what we got. Definitely a fork drop recipe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give your boy a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.